Yo, what's good peeps? In this overdue video, I'm gonna take a very quick look at 5 things I hate about Spider-Man Miles Morales, so make sure you keep it locked.
Number 1.
Had 2 cool parents and loved all things science and superheroes. Everything changed though.
One of the things that got many people talking about Spider-Man Miles Morales was when they compared it in size to Uncharted Lost Legacy. Now, Lost Legacy was a fantastic game, but it was a lot smaller in length and scale than Uncharted 4 was. It is said that this game is pretty much the same. You are looking at around 10 to 15 hours of content here, which is great, and it is a riot while it does last. But some people though may be coming into this game expecting a game that is the same length as its predecessor.
School, friends, a new home. I moved to Harlem a few weeks back, but I'll tell you, I can't wait to see what the future holds.
Number 2.
Now, I personally thought that the story they told here in Spider-Man Miles Morales was actually a great deal of fun. When I finished the game, I jumped straight back into a new game plus, so I could try and work towards getting that platinum trophy. Now, while this was definitely a lot of fun to do, only some of the cutscenes do allow you to skip them. Some of these could be rather long, so I do feel that for a new game plus mode, all the cutscenes should have been skippable.
Okay, we got a problem. Hold back, Miles. Let me take.
I got this beat, don't worry.
Oh, no!
Number 3.
Okay, maybe this is a bit of a nitpick, but this is something that happened no less than 4 times during my initial playthrough of the game, and it was kind of annoying. Now, I like Miles' buddy Ganke, who would call you on the phone to help you out and move the story along. At some points of the game, the dialogue does not play, but when you are doing a mission and Ganke pops up to tell you something, if the dialogue here does not happen, the mission does not progress. Now, each time this has happened to me, I had to reload it from the last checkpoint, and this is probably just a little bit of a bug that only a small amount of people have experienced, but those who have had to deal with this have found it very, very frustrating.
Had to figure out the Tinkerer's next move.
Okay. I'm logging into your analytics. I'll help how I can.
Good idea. And Genki, thanks for helping my mom.
Anytime, man.
I'm gonna stop you and your glow stick guns.
Number 4.
Now, first and foremost, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of annoyed the fact that I did purchase the Ultimate Edition of the game, because I do kind of think that it is overpriced for what you actually get. Now, I understand that it is maybe priced fairly to some gamers out there, because you do technically get 2 games for £70. But my personal gripe is, given the fact that Miles Morales is a pretty short game, so in theory, charging £50 is already asking a lot for that game. And I still think that it is a little bit on the cheeky side to be charging £20 for a remastered of a game that was released just over a couple of years ago. Now, I think the fact that they did call this an Ultimate Edition, I just feel that Sony could have easily thrown in a couple of digital features to justify the £70 price tag. Now, if they would have given me a nice digital comic that I probably wouldn't have read, or maybe even a nice soundtrack that, yet again, I probably maybe not have even have listened to, and maybe some extra in-game costumes that I probably wouldn't have worn, I still would have definitely felt a little bit more satisfied with spending £70 on the game. Don't get it twisted, both games are amazing, and someone who actually has never owned the original Spider-Man, I probably recommend that this is maybe the best way to play it on the PS5, but at the same time, I do feel that maybe Sony could have easily thrown in a little bit more digital content with maybe future DLCs or something for Miles Morales to actually make it feel like an Ultimate Edition.
Number 5.
Okay, I will say that I have spoken to a few people who've played the game who haven't had the same experience as me, but this has definitely been something that frustrated me the first time I played it. I'm not gonna lie, the camera angle did have me feeling a little nauseous during combat, as sometimes it's very difficult to see who is shooting you or hitting you. Maybe I'm playing the game wrong, but when you do have 3 or more enemies to fight, it can get frustrating trying to keep on top of or get a great view of beating the enemies up flawlessly without having to spam the dodge button. Now, when I first fired up the game, I did lose count of the amount of times that I've died, not being able to see who's punching or shooting me. And if you have around 10 enemies to face, then there's definitely a strong chance that you will end up on the receiving end of a beating you won't see coming, unless you're just gonna spam the dodge button, but it will get you very dizzy even trying to do that approach. Now, in all fairness, I did get used to this after around 2 to 3 hours of playing a game, but if you haven't played any of the Batman games or even the first Spider-Man game, you might be in for quite an overwhelming experience in your first few battles. It's probably more aimed at someone who hasn't actually played these games before, and it's surprising because I have, but I still did have a little bit of a struggle when I first fired it up. Anyway, peeps, that was a very quick run through of 5 gripes that I do have with Spider-Man Miles Morales. Overall, this is a phenomenal game. Definitely one of the best games that I did play in 2020. And for anyone that's definitely looking forward to grab a PlayStation 5 this year, this is definitely one of the games that you should be playing on that console because it is an awesome title. So even though it is 5 gripes, there's probably more 5 nitpicks that I've got for the game because it definitely is an amazing experience playing this game. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below about my gripes or any of the gripes that you may have experienced playing this game, and we could definitely chop it up down below. As always, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to smash the like button and do hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to the channel before. And until next video, we definitely say peace out, peeps.
I got him! I can see the headlines. Spider-Man, present protector.
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more cool urban gameplay videos.